Cole Washburn has a vision to reignite a passion for lyrical beauty in songs that capture the heart. Next on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting worldwide on iHeartRadio and Spreaker.com.
My name is Dorkamus Prime, leader of the Dorkobots. I was sent to this tiny planet in hopes of uniting all dorks against the evil Deceptadouche. Dorkobots, roll out. Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black back in 1970. But didn't know about the World Wide Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove along here, just walking in style with a party book and the play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you doing, world?
Sup?
Sup? You know, I was just sitting here. I had a little bit of an epiphany.
Another epiphany?
Yes, I have frequent epiphanies.
Oh, good lord.
I do. I think a lot of times, if other people are like me, which is a stretch, I know, but when you listen to the radio, say you're driving in the car and you listen to the radio, sometimes you just feel like everything has been there, done that. You know, it's like, it's a new song, but it sounds a lot like the song they just played.
Uh-huh.
And this is the third time they've played it this hour. You know, and I feel like that a lot. But when I get these talented artists on the show, it gives me new hope. And you're only going to find that, I think, within the indie artist networks.
This stuff is fresh.
It is fresh, and it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I almost feel like, we're discovering things for the first time, but I mean, we're not, but that's the way it feels. And these artists, they come up with this stuff, and they've got all these platforms where they can put it out there and just share it with the world almost instantly. And it's so much fun when you come across these new artists. We came across Cole the other day, and I was like, whoa, where's he been? You know, it's like
exactly.
we've had so many people on the show. We've probably done, we've talked about this before, 150-ish interviews, give or take 20.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we find somebody new, it's like, man, how did we miss this one?
Exactly.
And, the cool thing about it is there's more out there.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if we're ever going to be done finding them.
I hope not.
I hope not either. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Just like having that there in the world.
It really is.
Though it's not like in the top spotlight of the world. It's like it's there, and if people open their eyes, they could see it.
Or their ears.
Or their ears.
Yeah. And it's cool when it comes full circle. And when I say that, I mean we might have an artist on the show like Cole or like Tegan or anybody else, March to May, that we've had on the show so far today. And to me, it comes full circle when we do the interviews, and then we finally get to see them live performing somewhere in Nashville or wherever, or maybe at the CMA Fest, we get to meet them and do a live interview. I really feel like it's come full circle at that point. And it's nice to meet with these people and see them and get hugs.
It is. It's like you're not only listening to them anymore, but you're seeing them. You can physically touch them. Like,
oh my gosh, they're real.
Yeah. Can I just there, pinch you and find out if you're real.
And I brought this up at the WABA Awards when we were in Nashville about how the artist, we talk about their definition of success all the time and about whether or not they've made it. But if you stick it out in this business long enough, and we mentioned Nashville, if you can make it in Nashville for a year, whether or not you're getting an award at the CMTs or you're headlining at LP Field, but if you're able to stick it out that long, and it goes way past Nashville, it goes anywhere in the industry, wherever you're at, then you've actually already made it. I mean, if you're still doing it, you wake up every day, you're doing something that you love, you're getting paid for gigs, even if you've got a second job. It's so inspiring to see these people just push forward and keep going.
Yeah, especially when there's people that listen to their music. It's like, it doesn't really matter like the number of people, but like when there's people that their lives have been changed because they've listened to a song, or they've got a new perspective on life that they never even thought about before because of these songs, then that's really success.
And I think Cole's going to be a great example of that. I'm looking forward to talking to him and getting a little insight on some of his music because he has definitely, lyrically, I think somehow went back in time. And I say that in a good way because it just seems like songs used to be lyrical masterpieces, and today not so much.
Yeah, and I was talking about, I was listening to Elton John's Tiny Dancer, and I was like, all right, where are these songs at today? And here we are. And
you know what? I'm not even bashing songs that just go with the melody or the beat, because I think there's a place for everything.
Yeah.
But it just seems like the lyrical songs are an endangered species. And I hate that because I first fell in love with music listening to Billy Joel. And lyrically, to me, he will always be the king. Always. But I'll tell you what, Cole has got the lyrics down. He really does.
And his name rhymes with Joel.
It does. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Oh, maybe there's something there. I don't know. There could be. But I do want to thank everybody that's sticking it out with us today. We've got Tegan, we got Pat. Who else we got? We got Sonia that poked her head in there just a little while ago.
Kristen's still listening. She says she
Kristen,
likes it.
And I'm bad about checking Twitter and Facebook. I usually just keep up with the chat on the christopprogram.com. So if you want to get up in our faces, just go over there.
Up in your face.
But feel free to leave us notifications on Twitter as well. And if you want to join the Voices in Our Head, you have to listen live on the christopprogram.com. We love it that you listen on iHeart or Stitcher or Spreaker or any of those places. But come over and join the Voices in Our Head sometime. I think you'll have fun, because it's nice throwing out the comments and then us talking about it on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun. It gives us extra insight and extra fuel, I think, and it's fun. But we've got Cole Washburn next on the Chris Top program. Okay, I want you to say Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Emporium.
That's what I said. Magnolia Emporium.
No, not Magnolia Emporium.
I said that. Magnolia Emporium.
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 Emporium. No, not young. It's Magnolia Emporium.
Handy Randy.
Magnolia Emporium.
704-248-6808. We want your space to reflect your success.
Hey, how about we stay up all night, eat Fig Newtons, and play Jenga?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, okay. I guess I'll just give Jeff his Jenga game back. Maybe he'll let me borrow it again next year. Hey, you want to go to the bathroom and put each other's deodorant on? You can put mine on and I can put yours on.
Nope, I'm good. I already got deodorant on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe some other time, because you don't always wear deodorant. Hey, how about we go to the kitchen and eat cold eggs? They've only been there since this morning.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe we can do it tomorrow morning. I'm sure they'll still be there. Hey, how about we go check out the world's largest watermelon? It's in Palmyra. I heard if we stay all day, they'll let us eat some.
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can go check it out next year. I don't know if it'll be in Palmyra, though. Hey, do you want to put peanut butter in our pants and dance?
You know what? Actually,
All right, cool. We'll use crunchy.
on second thought, I think I'm good.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Maybe we can do it next time if we don't run out of peanut butter. Hey!
This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program. Take it from the top.
You are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. This is the Chris Top program. I keep looking over at Abby. She's sleeping and her ear keeps twitching.
She's so cute. I love her. Oh my goodness. I love a bee.
You didn't think she was cute earlier.
No, she took a giant dump while we're broadcasting live, and I start laughing. I tried to figure out how to mute my microphone.
Well, she likes to listen to the show, so I don't want her to miss any.
But it was like a 5-minute long dump. She's there pooping.
Sometimes you
pooping
gotta
for
go.
5 minutes. For 5 minutes?
Sometimes you just gotta
She's
go.
a cat. How much poop does she
I
have
don't
in her body?
know.
That's
Can
so
we not talk
gross.
about that?
Cat poop.
Can we not talk about that anymore?
Cat poop.
So what a lineup we've had today. We started the day out with Tegan, and then Lacey joined us for a little while. Then we went to Billy Grima.
Yeah.
Or you want to say it your way?
Grima.
Okay. And then we had March to May. We had Beth on, and that brings us to Cole. Now, before we let Cole talk, I just want to say that I've been listening to your lyrics, and lyrically, and everything else too. But I've got to put a spotlight on the lyrics for a second. You totally got it down, and I can't stop just. It's like I listen to your songs over and over again, and I pick up something new every time. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I look for in music personally. And I'm not putting down songs that are just beat oriented or melody, because everything has a place. But your stuff is definitely has layers to it, and to me that is very refreshing. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, how are you doing today, Cole?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're working on being awesome. Thank you so much.
On being awesome.
I don't think you guys have
day.
to work too hard on that. I was listening to your show today, and you guys are doing great.
Well, we're getting there for sure.
Thank you.
And I want to what do you think about Tegan? We had her on the first show, and I know
She
you
is
tuned
so
in.
amazing.
Dude, now, how old is Tegan?
She's 11.
11.
She's 11. I think she's phenomenal.
Isn't she? She's great.
She's just killer voice. Like, I listened to her sing the national anthem, and I was just like, wow.
I know it. I
I was like, I don't know if I should be on this show.
Were you that talented at 11?
No, not at all.
So she's got a bright future ahead of her then.
She definitely does. She seems to have a really good attitude and personality too. So that's great.
She sure does. And I have a confession to make, and don't take this the wrong way, but I have somewhat of a man crush on you.
Chris.
Okay.
I can't help it.
He's got a man
Just
crush.
Spread it to the ladies. Spread it.
But I mean, you're a cool dude. I mean, you've got these. Where'd you get your pictures done? Because you've got one, the one I think we're going to use for the for this podcast.
You're talking about the black and white one?
Yeah, the black and white one.
That
the one he's got
is
up on his
so
Skype.
freaking cool.
It looks like you're a gangster.
Gangster.
Yeah, man, that's my old, cowboy look. I'm like an old, outlaw.
Mm-hmm. It's like
so. We did those at this Gravity Nashville. It's my production company. They worked those up there. And,
it is so cool. I said gangsta, but that's more of a gangster.
Yeah,
look.
gangster.
Yeah, it's like
difference.
cowboy gangsta.
There's a difference. Yeah.
Like Bonnie and Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Those are
There
gangsters.
you go. There you go.
Like that kind of look. So
Yeah.
So when did you start writing songs? Like, did you start writing or performing first?
I actually did start writing songs when I was 7. I started taking piano lessons, and I was horrible. I hated to practice, so I just started making songs up. It was a lot easier for me. These little, rinky-dink songs they had me learn. So I made up a song about my sister called Cry Baby. And every time I played it, she would cry. So it worked out pretty good.
Mission accomplished.
And then it kind of went from there, Kept writing songs about girls. Eventually became, other than my sister.
Right.
And that was my main thing in high school, just songs about girls.
Now, did you use your talent in high school to pick up chicks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
So,
that was like
work?
pretty much all I had
Right.
going for me. So I had to use what I had. You got to use what you got, you know.
Sure.
So
Flaunt
I would
what
show
you
up
got.
at like school bonfires with my guitar and all that stuff. So the guys didn't like it, you know.
Because they were jealous.
Whatever. Probably something like that. I got like, you're just like, you're a fag, man. You know, I got all that stuff. You know, I was writing like poetry and stuff in high school. I was different. But, you know, yeah, so I started pretty young, kind of like Tegan. I started playing guitar when I was 12. My mom taught me a song about chickens.
That's great.
And yeah, just some killer tunes I was working on in my youth.
So if you had a choice between writing and actually performing, which one would you pick over the other if you had to?
They kind of go hand in hand because when I write a song, I write it to perform it. So I think they kind of go hand in hand. I enjoy both, you know. I think that when I have to perform a song just by myself, that's not always my favorite thing. I'd rather, because I hear so much going on in my mind, it's really hard for me to just play by myself because I'm like, wait, where's the bass part? Where's the violin right there? You know, that kind of a thing. But yeah, I love both sides of it for sure.
Now, I know you're all over the place as far as touring and going places to play because that's what you love. But I mean, how often are you in the Nashville area?
Well, I live here in Nashville.
Okay.
So, you know, I get a chance to do some songwriter nights, and I work with an organization in Nashville called The Beat of Life. And a pretty cool organization. We go into schools and prisons and work with soldiers with PTSD to do songwriting with them. And then we do performances with those songs. We just worked on a song with some kids with autism at the Edison School in Hendersonville.
Oh, nice.
Got to go into the tracking room in Nashville and track that song and work with some great musicians and producers and stuff. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, lots of fun. So I perform a little bit with them around town. I don't play a lot in Nashville, you know, but every once in a while I'm playing. I think I played in Franklin a few weeks ago, you know, during CMA. So
yeah, we'd love to catch you sometime when you're doing a writer's round somewhere. That's one of our favorite things to do.
Yeah,
cool.
It's a good time.
Yeah, so we'll have to. Is there a place we can track you down? Like when you.
Is there a place we can stalk you?
Exactly, like your next performance.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. I just want you guys to spook me. You just gotta have to show up somewhere. So it'll be a surprise.
Cole, I love you. I love you.
Yay! We need those. We need buttons to stick to our shirts. And like major, like those pointy fingers.
Right.
Number one.
The big foamy ones.
Number one fan right here. Right here.
Yeah.
That's us. Oh, what now?
That wouldn't be embarrassing at all.
No.
Not at all. But here's what you have to do. You got like in the movie Tangled. You guys have seen it?
Oh yeah. I made him watch it.
They always get his nose wrong. Okay, you always have to get my nose wrong. So as long as you get my nose wrong, it's cool.
There you go.
Right. Now we've got 3 songs we're going to play today, and what I did, I put them in order of how much I like them. So
okay.
I'm not going to tell you which one's my favorite. You'll just have to wait till the end. Well, you'll figure it out by the second song. But we're going to start with the first one, and I do like them all. But I just say my favorite one for last. It's just what I do. Yeah. Now, Head Above Water. What's this one about?
Head Above the Water is about kind of, I think it's really about overcoming difficulty. Mm-hmm. I think everybody goes through difficult things, difficult times. You know, I went through a divorce, and that was like hell.
Sure.
And so, you know, it's kind of coming out of that. You know, one of the lyrics talks about going into the woods that you fear the most because they'll set you free. You know, like going into kind of things that you fear to find out, you know what, it's not really as scary as you thought. And sometimes it can take you to kind of a new thing in your life. And so that's kind of Head Above the Water.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's great that you do stuff like this with a purpose in mind, because I think a lot of people they're able to hear it and they think, well, you know, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Because so many times I think people do feel like they're alone in their lives and they don't have anybody to talk to or anybody to that's been through the same thing. So it's nice to be able to turn the radio
and then
on.
this song comes on.
Yeah,
It changes the whole
absolutely.
mix.
And a song can totally change your day.
It really can.
It's true. It happens for me all the time.
Absolutely. So this is Head Above the Water, Cole Washburn, right here on the Chris Top program.
Oh, the silence wants to break you, but you can't give up. And the night tries to frame you, so you shake it off. All these heartbreaks, all these wrong ways, wanna get you lost. Even angels sent to save you just don't seem enough. Keep your head above the water, waiting for the tide to change. Don't forget it's almost over. Don't you give up on love. Take the long way, take the hardest, don't forget to breathe. Walk into these, would you feel so, they will set you free. Ever changing all these landscapes to your surprise. Is rising up to me as you come to life. Keep your head above the water, waiting for the tide to change. Don't forget it's almost over. Don't you give up on
poet this guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he had all kinds of girlfriends in high school. He was being modest.
Girl after girl after girl.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
No, nothing like that. But
man, that's just great. It's just good stuff.
Thanks.
What kind of feedback do you get when you do your live performances from people, say after it's over?
I mean, you get a little bit of everything. It's, definitely you get some people who, well, I'll tell you this story. I wrote a song called Pray For You, and I haven't done it in a long time. But I remember I was in a bar in Nashville, and I'm doing this song, and this woman just starts weeping. And she's sitting at the bar, and I just see her just kind of break down. So I talked to her afterwards, and she says, when I was listening, I felt like Jesus touch me or come near me or something. And I was just like,
wow.
Whoa. That was just like one of the most powerful experiences I've ever had, to see somebody that moved and touched. And the guy sitting next to her said, man, I haven't gone to church in a long time, but I'm going next, they were just like so
great.
moved by the song.
Cool.
So things like that are cool. Or just, simple things like, hey, I really like that new song, or, I like to try new songs on audiences before I record them, because I kind of want to know, is this song working with people? That's kind of fun to get feedback. And I'll even ask people like, this is a new song. What do you guys think? And they're like, if I don't hear a lot of cheers, I'm kind of like, okay, maybe I need to work on
time to
that.
move on.
Yeah, right. Next.
Well, you seem like a pretty approachable guy, so I'm sure people do come up to you and talk to you and give you good feedback and stuff like that. So, and that's good. That's important.
Yeah, it's super important.
For sure.
What's
now,
it? Well, sorry.
Go ahead.
What's it like for you? Like, what are you feeling like when people say that they're moved like that? What's going through your mind?
I mean, I'm pretty blown away, because I've been playing music for a long time, and you're just up there doing your job, and you've sang these songs hundreds of times, but to see kind of like, I don't know, the spiritual aspect or just the maybe even community aspect of how music can affect people is pretty cool, especially live music. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now, okay, let me ask you a hypothetical question, and I think a lot of the aspiring songwriters out there and anybody listening that's in the business would appreciate this question, because in the music industry, you're going to get said no to a lot more than you're going to get said yes to. So, say you're in a situation where you are you're at a record company, and say some guy in a suit is talking to you, and he says, "All right, Cole, you're a good-looking guy. You can sing pretty good, but it's just not going to work for us. I'm just going to have to ask you to leave." How do you react to something like that, to the nose?
You know what? Like, Chris, I used to take that stuff kind of hard. And I think most artists do in the beginning. But you get to a point where you realize you just have to do your own thing. And if people want to come alongside and help you with what you're doing, kind of like what you guys are doing, then you just have to focus on that. You really have to focus on, like, the yeses. And life's kind of like that, if you think about it. With whatever you're doing, you're going to get a lot of people, whether you're trying to get a date, you can focus on, like, the rejections, or you can go with, like, the girls that are, like, open to the idea,
Right.
And so you just got to focus on the positives and on the people that believe in you.
And you're not saying lower your standards. You're saying keep doing what you do.
Don't lower your standards at all. In fact, try to improve, and take some of the rejections as, like, don't just dismiss it like, well, they don't get me as an artist, or they don't know what they're talking about. Some of them do, and you need to listen to what they're saying, like, especially the ones that'll take the time to give you feedback. You should try to, like, take it in, a little bit.
What a good point, because I think more often than not, if somebody doesn't like something, they usually just don't say anything at all. They just walk out.
Right.
Like,
So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
when they do take the time, that's important. That's good. That's good advice. See, we learn new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
All the time we learn new stuff. Not that I'm ever going to write a hit song or anything like that, but it's still fun to hear.
You never know. I wrote a song called "Singing Really Bad."
Yeah, it was really bad.
It got 300 views. Yeah.
You never know nowadays, though. I mean, what does the fox say? I mean,
true. That's very, very, very true.
What is the cat poop? I don't know.
Okay, so I've got a good question for you. If you had an opportunity, say maybe you found a genie and the genie gave you a wish and said, "Hey, you can have any superhero power that you want," what would it be?
It came to me pretty quick. I mean, I want to be Luke Skywalker, basically. I want to...
Yes!
That's a first. Nobody's ever seen Luke Skywalker on the show.
I'm going to shut up now, but I'm, like, really excited. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, right? Because, like, my whole life, not only have I wanted this, but I've tried to do it.
Dude.
And that is, like, move stuff with my mind.
Me too.
Like... I would sit in my bed, like, this is embarrassing, but sit in my bed and, like, try to move stuff on my desk.
Yeah. I think we've all tried that one time or another.
I've tried it.
We just never admitted it.
And we're admitting it today, right here on the Chris Top program.
I'm coming out.
Cole could be the first person to ever admit that.
The Jedi closet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've sat until I've had a headache before.
Dude, for real?
Yeah, I
That's
really
great.
Now, would you use that power to, like, change the world and do good, or would you just
be a Jedi?
screw with people?
No, I would just move stuff on my desk.
It would just all be
for my own
just
entertainment
in your room. That's great. Okay, so if you had 5 minutes to sit down with anybody, and this could be anybody living, anybody dead, doesn't matter, who would it be?
I mean, it's Abraham Lincoln for sure.
Abe Lincoln.
He's my favorite president.
So why Abe Lincoln?
Well, first of all, he like talk about like rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy like went bankrupt, had businesses that failed again and again. He, suffered with depression. His wife, I think, also suffered. I mean, like, so his kid died when he was like 2. They went through so many trials. He tried to, I think he ran for president like a bunch of times, like just tons of rejection,
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, when he did become president, it was like the most important presidency of the world.
Absolutely. Very inspiring story.
So I'd love to talk to him, I guess maybe like now him like looking back at like, wow, that was a journey.
Sure. It'd be interesting to get his feedback on how he feels like things have went. If he's proud of what happened or if he's a little discouraged in the way things have went. It'd be really interesting.
And maybe try to get a little more insight into like what his personal motivation was with the 13th Amendment and slavery versus like, the Industrial Revolution and all that stuff. So
you seem like you're a pretty big fan of history and things like that, just watching some of your videos and stuff.
I like it. Yeah. I'd say I'm a fan.
Yeah, you just kind of like fit in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But he's a cool guy, though.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I feel inadequate.
I still feel like
be a
Keegan
Jedi,
blew me off the stage. So.
I want to welcome Blake and Jay. They're in the Spreaker chat listening. And Kristen said that earlier she said Head Above Water is one of her favorite songs. And
cool.
Tegan says, I will sing the Keep My Head Above Water when I jump in the pool tonight.
All right.
She's going to the pool. I'm jealous.
And I guess are you excited about the new Star Wars movies coming out since you mentioned Luke?
I am. Yeah, I am excited about that.
Yeah, I am too. It should be fun, I think.
Han Solo's going to come back,
Mm-hmm. Oh, the line, what was he said, Chewie, we're home?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just got me going.
I'm excited about that lightsaber.
It got me
cool looking lightsaber.
I think Kristen wants to have a lightsaber fight with you.
Yes.
I had those lightsabers from Barnes & Noble, that actually make the noises.
That's pretty cool.
We need that. We need to have a fight.
Yeah, I've got a lightsaber. It's not that cool, but I got a lightsaber.
Come see us at the CMA Fest next year.
And there
Pencil us in now.
Okay.
And don't forget.
There was a lightsaber duel this year at the CMA Fest.
I'm in.
But we'll be set up at BB King's doing live interviews for 3 days. And since you have been on the show, you're eligible for a WABA award now. So be looking for that sometime in January. And it's one of those awards that, if you ever win a CMT award or a Grammy or anything, it should go on the shelf right beside of those.
I'm desperately wanting one.
Yes. So you'll be eligible. So watch for that in January. Now, we've got the next song on the list that we're going to play. This one's called "Only Love."
Gotcha.
Give us a little insight on this one.
I actually recorded this about 4 years ago. And the rest of the record I recorded only about a year ago. But this one kind of popped up on my playlist, and I was like, I think that I want to release this song. Is it's just about how you can go down different paths that you don't really expect. Life can kind of take you down some paths that you're like, I didn't really think this is who I was going to be, or who I was going to marry, or what I was going to be doing with my life. But, the chorus is basically saying, but the bottom line is like, the only thing that matters is that we love what we're doing. We love the people we're around. So only love.
Yeah, and it's cool the way that you bring some of that stuff up, because a lot of times we don't choose what we're going to do in life. It kind of chooses us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
true.
Yeah, we
just
kind of have to
that
go
out
with it.
recently.
Yeah, we have. Actually, I'm going to bring this up. We started out just doing I started out several years ago just doing a talk show, and just a lot of fun. And we had the opportunity, I guess, about a year and a half-ish ago to interview an artist on the show, or a couple of artists on the show, and we just fell in love with doing that, and pretty much that's what the show became.
That's very cool.
Yeah, just interviewing indie artists and just being, I guess, inspired with each interview, because, I mean, we know you guys work hard and you don't give up. It's obvious because you're still in it and you're still doing it. Just so many inspiring stories. And yeah, and when we get to meet everybody in person, it's really cool too. And
it is.
I don't know. I could go on, but this isn't about Chris Top right now. It's about Cole.
It's not about Chris Top.
Right. And this is called Only Love, Cole Washburn on the Chris Top program.
Ain't it funny how the moon can only shine its light? 'Cause somewhere the sun is shining through the night. Ain't it strange how life can take you down a road you never even dreamed your heart would let you go? Only love can break it down. Only love. Only love can turn you back around. Only love. Ain't it funny how love can put your mind at ease, but the feelings can fool you like a calm on the sea. On a long desert road, no place to call you home. You're the son of man who never cast a stone. Only love can break it down. Only love. Only love can bring you back around. Only love. Only love can break it down. Only love. Only love can bring you back around. Only love. Only love.
You know, I hear this stuff, and it just makes me excited to even know Cole.
Me too. It's like the music, and then like talking to him live. It's like, yeah.
I feel so honored and privileged just to be able to do stuff
Me
like
too.
this. I mean, not just with Cole, but I mean everybody. I mean, we get to play their music, get insight on it, and then it's like we bond.
And there's not a lot of people who get that experience, and so
Feel pretty
I'm
special.
happy,
Yeah.
No, you guys are doing a great job. You're lucky to have a cool job like that. So,
Well,
for
you know,
sure.
it's more of a hobby, but we're like I said, we're working on being awesome. So we'll get there. We'll get there one of these days for sure, for sure. But it's so nice though to get the opportunity to meet people like you and be inspired by you and all that. But now you mentioned over the break that you love Beach Haven.
Well, I know you guys are out of Clarksville, and I love Beach Haven Winery. I go there all the time. I've grown grapes. I'd love to have a vineyard someday, but it's a whole nother life.
Yeah.
But love the wine there, and Clarksville's got some cool stuff.
We do have some cool stuff here. It's funny you brought up Beach Haven because back when I was in high school, I used to, and I don't. Okay, any young people listening, I don't recommend this.
Excuse me?
Little misnomer.
Right. But back when I was younger, I guess I was 16, I was in high school, and me and my friend, we would skip school every once in a while, and we would just, kind of go hang out. And we both looked older, than our age, and we would go by Beach Haven, and they would actually let us sample the wine.
They didn't ask for
They
IDs.
never once ID'd me at all. But maybe I shouldn't bring this up. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't do that anymore.
No, I'm sure they don't do it anymore. But even after I was of age, I still go there, and it's cool to be able to go in there and sample the wines. And I'll never get them.
Very cool.
I'll never get them as a sponsor now. Ever. I blew it.
Good job.
Totally blew that one.
Just like edit that part out of the show.
Right, I'll take it out real quick.
Well, we'll plug some stuff. Get the blackberry wine. Get the golden rose.
The Beach Haven Blush and the Muscadine are my favorites.
Those are good too. There's Harmony. That's a good one. So, go to Beach Haven, buy wine. Tell them we sent you. Tell them Chris Top sent you.
Right. And don't mention anything else.
And anything about that
the other stuff that went on.
Right. Well, it's just part of growing up.
Yeah, I understand.
That's all. Maybe Cole will write a song about it.
I was freaking homeschooled.
So you had some homegrown wine.
Right. You said grape juice in the fridge.
Yeah. Grape juice. That's it.
So what's on the horizon for you? Like, what's exciting that's coming up in the next year or so?
Very cool stuff coming up. I'm going to be hosting a show. It's a video show where we're going to actually doing something similar to what you guys are doing, but we're bringing in artist videos. And I'm going to be hosting that. It's called G&T Roots.
Oh, how cool is that?
You can be checking that out at gravitynashville.com. Gravity is a network that we're starting for American culture and television. That is being directed by Michael Davies, who did the Property Brothers, HGTV stuff. A really cool guy. Excited about working with him. He also directed my music video that just came out about a month ago called The Widow. So people can check that out.
We saw that. He did tell him I think he did a great job.
I'll tell him.
Wonderful.
He's a great director. So a lot of shows going to be coming up here. I just signed with Price Rubin and Associates out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They're going to be setting up shows all over the country, and we're going to the UK in October and November.
Oh, dude, that's exciting.
Super excited about going over to London and Ireland and all those places. So some stuff that's coming up.
Now, when you do hit that pinnacle and you reach that level of success that you want to get to, and you're playing at LP Field or the Grand Ole Opry or just in any of your dream venues, you got to make sure we get backstage passes. That's important.
100%. Already done.
Sweet. Done deal.
Yeah.
Done deal. So my favorite song is Anastasia. Now, can you give us a little insight on that one?
Well, it's funny how this song came about, because I was kind of hanging out with this girl, Stacy, but her real name was Anastasia. She was Greek. Mm-hmm. And she kind of challenged me. She's like, I bet you can't write a song with my name in it.
Oh.
So I was like, that is kind of hard to rhyme with, Anastasia. So I made up this story that is now the song Anastasia, but I got her name in there, so
and that's all that matters. And you can tell her, you can tell her now, if you still talk to her, I don't know, but you can tell her now that it's my favorite song. So
I'm going to tell her.
Yeah. So not only did you accomplish it, but then it's my favorite. So that's kind of cool.
There you go.
Anastasia, Cole Washburn on the Chris Top program.
Bottles dry, lying on the floor, waiting for the sound of the door. There's one thing I can't ignore, the pounding of my heart. You left me standing in the rain. My, oh my, how your world can change. Wake up one day and nothing's the same. I just keep holding on. Oh, I need you like the ocean needs blue, and there's nothing I can do. Anastasia, come back home. I hear a car pull up the drive. Like a flood, you're back in my life. You ain't got no alibi, and I'm still in love with you. Oh, I need you like the ocean needs blue, and there's nothing I can do. Anastasia, come back home. 'Cause you were the calm in my storm, but I pushed you away, and I'll never know what brought you home, but I hope it's to stay. Oh, I need you like the ocean meets blue, and there's nothing I can do. Anastasia, come back home.
Okay, I gotta ask. So was Stacy like totally swooned when you wrote that?
She liked it. She liked it.
Beautiful song.
It's a very beautiful song.
And that's not a
Thanks,
name you
guys.
hear in a song all the time. So it's
It just
beautifully
every time
crafted.
I hear the name Anastasia, I think of that. There's a movie like called
The
Anastasia.
Russian.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
uh-huh.
Yeah.
What a great song. Now, if somebody wants to stalk you or download your music or see your videos, where can they go?
Okay, they can go to colewashburn.com,
Mm-hmm.
and they can go to Twitter is at Washburn Songs, plural, and Facebook the same, Washburn Songs. Yeah, Gravity Nashville's where they can watch videos, buy music, and T-shirts and merch and all that stuff too.
Sweet. And you've got some cool album art, too.
Oh, cool.
On your stuff.
Thank you.
So, yeah, it's worth going to look at that and picking up a couple of singles if you liked anything that you heard today, for sure. You'll definitely put it on your favorites on your playlist once you listen to some of that stuff. So, but Cole, we thoroughly enjoyed having you on the show.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome.
Well, we're working on it, and I appreciate that. And you're family now. You're in the loop.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Anytime. We're Twitter buddies for life, right?
That's right. We're fellow Jedis.
Yes.
Sweet. I've never been called a Jedi before.
I'm still training. Okay. I'm still working on it.
But thank you all for listening. We don't take you for granted. I promise we never will. There's so many other things you could be doing, but you chose to listen to us. Makes us feel pretty damn good. Really does. So until we broadcast again, please remember, life is good, and we're gone.
Maybe dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time